Good evening, everyone. This may be my last video as candidate for President of the United States, but I just wanted to thank everyone who's encouraged me to go ahead and pursue this. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed mostly because it's just not been possible for me to raise the amount of money that I need to raise to run an effective campaign. I don't think it's been fair to the American people not to be able to hear my views and my plans and policies and ideas. I wish that more people had taken me seriously and had donated, but it is what it is. The real problem is not that people didn't donate. The real problem is the system which we so direly need to change. And that is the first thing in the system is the electoral reform. We need to change the system of how elections are decided in this country. It's strictly a money game. And electoral reform has been something that candidates have been bringing up even in this year's campaign, but we know it's not going to happen because they're the ones that have to vote on it. The Senate, House, they're the ones that eventually run for president. Do you think they're going to change the reform so that if you're not a millionaire, you can still run? So I think the American people have been cheated a little bit. I don't think I know everything, but I know a heck of a lot more than what people think. And it's a shame that I'm not going to get a chance to let all of America hear it and hear what I have to say. There are so many things wrong with not only the system, but the two-party system, wrong in both parties, wrong with policies that are being shoved down Congress's throat at the last minute, wrong with the policies of the candidates running on all the key issues. And when you listen to the debates, CNN leaves out some of the key issues to discuss, such as, what about our veterans? 51,000 homeless veterans. They never discussed the refugee situation, so the Democrats didn't have a chance to give their view, which I think we all know what it is. It's just a lot of things left out. And the other issue is the Democrats have two candidates, basically. Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State, and Bernie Sanders, a senator from Vermont. To me, they both have issues as far as deserving to be voted for. In my mind, Hillary Clinton is the anointed one. She will win the nomination and face whoever comes out of the scrum that is the Republican Party. But it's not fair because no one like myself and others who really and truly are doing this because of the passion they feel for America will ever get a chance to be heard by the media or anybody with the party. Hillary has, to me, trust issues. I don't care if she's not been or done anything illegal. It doesn't matter if she's at fault for Benghazi or not. I mean, it matters to the people who lost their lives and the families there. But the point I'm making is, if she's not at fault for that, if she's not done anything illegal in the emails, the very least that she's done, because she's always saying that my experience as a senator and Secretary of State is the reason why I deserve to be voted for. Well, with that experience, she's been stupid enough to use a private email server. Now, she said it's a mistake. She admitted it was a mistake. My question is, do I want someone who is going to make that kind of a mistake running and being elected as president? I don't think so. Bernie Sanders, nice guy. He's from a state, Vermont, which is rural, as he himself said. He's 74 years old, which is, I'm not saying he's an old man, doesn't deserve. He's been in the Senate a long time. The policies he's backed for the most part have been good, but he really hasn't created anything that's been passed that I know of. And my issue with him is, he said it himself that, well, talking about gun control, I'm talking from the position of someone who's a senator from a rural state. Well, you know what, Bernie? If you're running for president, you've got to take into consideration everybody. I think he has a problem with that. I have a problem with the fact that he's going to be 82 if he runs for 2 terms, if he wins. I'm not saying that somebody shouldn't do that, but again, the electability of somebody. I mean, he's popular. He's raising money like crazy. The people love what he's saying. People love what Donald Trump is saying too, but that doesn't mean that you need to vote for him. You can love what somebody's saying, but really, we got to vote for Hillary or Bernie if you're a Democrat, or Donald Trump, or Ben Carson, or Jeb Bush if you're a Republican. Is that all we've got to offer people? So people like myself, who have some very concrete plans, ideas, and suggestions, who are honest, we are the middle class. We are not going to get a chance to be heard. And that, to me, is a fundamental problem that needs to be fixed with our electoral system. It's not right that people in America don't get a chance for their voices to be heard. And mine is one of them. I have specific ideas about every major issue, as well as fixing the VA hospital problem, as well as immigration, and how are we going to better protect our borders, as well as fixing the infrastructure in this country, which was not discussed at the last Democratic debate, as well as the economy, the middle class, the tax system, the refugee problem, and so forth. Climate change. Well, that's not the biggest thing that we've got to worry about for national security. I mean, that was a ridiculous statement. Why would somebody say something like that? It's important, but the most urgent factor to me is Iran, as far as our national security is concerned. You got to listen to the question. You know, common sense just isn't very common anymore. And someone like myself, who possesses a lot of common sense, but isn't rich and doesn't have the money to fund a real good campaign, was hoping for the voters to step up and at least raise enough money for me to get it off the ground so I can get my voice heard out there in the public. And it just didn't happen. I've got a couple of days left, I guess, and if nothing happens by the first part of the week, I'm pretty much done. So, whoever's out there listening to this, you know my website, Friends of Dave Weber for America. You know there's a GoFundMe account there. There's a link to it. If you want to contribute, it would be great. If you don't, you don't. But you can't tell me that everybody listening to this, if they're listening, or everybody out there who's not listening to this, can't tell me that Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders or even Joe Biden, if he enters the race, are the best choices the Democratic Party can offer? Really? Without listening to others? Democrats, we need to think about things. America, we need to think about things. If you're really passionate about taking this country back, I need my voice heard. And then you can make up your mind if I'm a wacko, which I'm not, or if I seriously can offer what the others can't. And that's the passion, the heart, and the guts to make America what it used to be. Thank you. Good night.